And Congresswoman Renee Ellmers, Republican of North Carolina, believes that there is plenty already being done, at least by the House, and it's the Senate that is failing us. Congresswoman Ellmers joins us now, I believe, from the Russell Rotunda. There she is. Great to see you, Congresswoman.
Good to be with you today, Jonathan.
And Congresswoman, you have a problem with the way the Senate's acting. You think, although when you look at the public approval ratings, it's Congress as a whole that the public are disappointed in, but you say the problem is really in the Senate. Why?
It is. You know, we have passed bills since day one that will be job creators. We understand the situation. I'm very excited that the President has finally decided that we are running out of time and we have to do some work in that area. We've been working on it since we've been here. There are 15 bills right now that we have passed over in the House and gone on to the Senate, and Harry Reid will not bring them up for a vote. So you see the issue. The American people, of course, lump us all into one category and say we're not working together. We are working in the House of Representatives. We know that if we pass these initiatives through and are signed into law, that they will be job creators. And this is where we need to get started.
Congresswoman, give me a couple of examples of the bills that you believe that have passed in the House that would actually make a real difference to ordinary Americans.
Well, let me give you, there are a couple different categories. We're talking about decreasing regulation. We're talking about decreasing spending. We're talking about increasing and getting back to drilling for oil in the Gulf of Mexico. These are all job creators. We know that we can get this ball going down the field. We're making steady, slow progress in the House. We have had bipartisan support on these issues, and yet there again, Harry Reid will not bring it up for a vote. We passed repeal of Obamacare, the very first vote in the House, and of course Harry Reid will not touch that one. And we know the approval rating for the President's health care bill is really low right now.
All right, having fun with that very loud congressman standing alongside you, echoing in the Russell Rotunda there, Congresswoman? I'm not sure who that is. Tell him to keep his voice down. Anyway, but President Obama and the Democrats would say, Congresswoman, that they put forward an overarching jobs bill, the American Jobs Act, that was brought up for a vote in the Senate, and Republicans voted it down. So it's your fault.
Well, the thing of it is the President doesn't even have his own party support on this. There's been very little Democrat support for his bill. And, going through the Senate is really not the appropriate way to go forward with this anyway. I believe that what he has done is put forward a jobs bill that puts Band-Aids on the situation, temporary measures to create jobs, and is basically going around the country campaigning with it. This is not the answer. There were a few things in his bill that we all agree on. For instance, last week we passed the repeal of the 3% withholding for any business doing a government contract work, which harms all levels of government and our companies. So that's very encouraging. That will get voted on in the Senate, and the President is in favor of it as well. So you see, we do work together on these issues, but we have to work harder. And there again, we're calling on the Senate, we're calling on the President to pass these 15 bills that are still sitting over there.
All right, the President, you're probably aware, Congresswoman, gave this speech this morning at Key Bridge there in Washington, D.C., and he actually said that the one thing that is needed here is, quote, bold action by Congress because they hold the purse string. So I guess you agree with the President on that point.
I can't agree more with him. He is absolutely right. But the problem is not us in the House of Representatives. The problem there, again, as I've pointed out, is Harry Reid and the President himself. He is pushing his initiative, he is pushing his agenda, but they are not job creators. What the American people are looking for are long-term, sustainable, proven solutions. We're looking for solutions here, not just Band-Aids to get us through to the 2012 election.
So the Harry Reid is the villain in all of this?
Well, I would love to hear what Harry Reid has to say about it. Unfortunately, those of us in the House, we keep getting questioned about it, but I see very few interviews with Harry Reid. I would like for someone to put his feet to the fire and ask him where he stands on these pieces of legislation.
All right, we'll see if Senator Harry Reid will come on and talk to us about it.
Right.
Congresswoman Renee Ellmers, Republican of North Carolina, thank you so much for surviving the questioning and that loud congressman doing an interview with ABC next to you. We'll make a call.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.